By now, everybody has seen the news. Governor Evers signed brand new legislative maps into law very recently. I'm here to break this down for you, what this means for gun owners, what we can expect this legislative session still, and coming into the 2024 elections and beyond. Guys, I'm Ben Dorr, political director with the Wisconsin Firearms Coalition, and for the last good length of time, Republicans have held almost supermajorities in both chambers of our General Assembly. So the Senate Republicans had a full 2/3 majority, and the Assembly was only 2 votes short of a 2/3 veto-proof majority under Tony Evers. As you know, last year, the Wisconsin Supreme Court became controlled by the Democrats, who very quickly ruled out the Republican Party's legislative maps that they proposed for redistricting late last year. So being caught between kind of a rock and a hard place, the Republican Party was forced to bring forward maps that were very favorable to the Democrats, or rather, they brought forward their maps. The Democrats didn't like them, so Tony Evers brought forward his maps and said, I want these passed. Now, if the GOP did not pass those maps, the Supreme Court itself had their version of the maps that were extremely favorable to the Democrats. So the maps that were passed were Tony Evers' maps, signed into law by the Republicans and the Democrats in Madison. And I'll just break it down like this. New York Times says, but the Democrats look likely to pick up seats under the new maps, no kidding, which will be used during the November election. The maps outline an almost even split between Democrat and Republican-leaning districts. 45 are Democrat-leaning, 46 are Republican-leaning, and 8 are likely to be a toss-up. So that means that there is a chance after the 2024 general election coming up in November, there is a scenario where Democrats control the House, or the Assembly, the Senate, and the governor's mansion. Okay? Now, how likely is that? We're going to find out as time goes on, but we're stuck in this place now during the 2024 session where Republicans are very likely to do a deal on gun control in order to gain new voters in their now restricted districts where they have to pander to Democrat voters. We could very likely see gun control moving in the next month or two in order to pander to those voters. Will it happen? Not sure. However, after November, if Democrats pick up one or both chambers, I think no matter what happens, it's going to be an absolute all-out war on gun owners. We're going to see, I promise you, big movement on universal background checks, statewide gun registration is what it is, red flag gun confiscations, and very likely mandated firearms storage, saying your guns have to be in a safe away from your ammunition that the government approves of. The reason I'm so confident about those pieces of legislation in particular are because Minnesota, right next door, just passed last year red flag gun confiscations and statewide gun registration under universal background checks. Right next door, Michigan passed red flags, passed statewide gun registration under universal background checks, and mandated firearms storage. Minnesota is currently pushing mandated firearms storage this session in St. Paul. So if Democrats get control of one or both chambers, or if they gain a huge amount of seats and Republicans end up with a very, very slim majority in Madison, it's going to be an all-out war on the Second Amendment, no matter what happens. So I wanted to paint that picture for you, for gun owners, so everybody knows what we are up against. If you can help, Now's the time. Now's the time to get involved. Well, 5 years ago was the time to get involved, but now's the second best time to get involved. If you can become a member of the Wisconsin Firearms Coalition, join us. Go to joinwifc.com. It's linked on this video. Go to joinwifc.com, become a member. Things are going to get really rough in Wisconsin for a while, okay? We may end up seeing Wisconsin go blue, and if that happens, they're going to reshape this state the same way they are currently reshaping Minnesota and reshaping Michigan. By reshaping, I mean destroying in almost every way you can think of. The war is here. The war on gun owners is here. It's in Wisconsin now, and we have to fight back. Join us. Click the link in the description of this video. Become a member today. Help us fight back. It's going to be a hell of a legislative session for what time remains, and we are going to do everything we can in the November elections to make sure everybody knows who is pro-gun and who is anti-gun or just a belly crawling snake in the grass. We're going to be doing our part. Can't do it without you. So join up, share this video with every gun owner you know in the state of Wisconsin, and we'll have more updates soon.